Hello, and welcome. Today I'm going to work a short tutorial with you guys on how to do the Picot border or the Picot stitch for your border. It's super easy. We're just going to be working with chains, single crochets, and slip stitches. This one here I did in a different color on a dishcloth. Let's work it together. So for this tutorial, I'm going to work with a worsted weight cotton yarn, and I have a dishcloth that I made up today, and I'm going to add the Picot border to this dishcloth I made up. So I'm going to switch my color. So I have my new colored yarn here, and I'm going to start where I finished off my work because I know there's a stitch here to start into. I'm going to work a slip knot, and I'm going to put my hook through my slip knot and have it like this. I'm going to find my first stitch and I'll insert my hook, and then I'll take my working yarn and I'm going to pull it underneath like this. I'm going to grab the yarn, pull it under, and continue to work a slip stitch, and that's how I like to attach my yarn. And now let's start the Picot border. So into that same stitch we worked, we're going to work one single crochet, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then finish off the single crochet. You'll yarn over and pull through two. Into the next stitch, work another single crochet, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, so we have two on our hook, and then yarn over and pull through two. And now we're going to work the Picot. So to do this, we're going to chain three, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work a slip stitch into the back bar, the third one, or the very first one we did. So the third one from our hook or the very first chain we did. So we're going to work the slip stitch into the back of the work. Here's 1, 2, and this is 3 here, and that's where we're going to work our slip stitch. You're going to insert your hook into that back bar, just like this, yarn over and pull through, and then continue to pull through the other loop that's on your hook. And then you're going to repeat that across this row. So single crochet, and then you're going to work the Picot. Single crochet, single crochet, and I'll work the Picot with you again. So chain 3, 2, 3, and into the back bar, the third one from our hook, 1, 2, 3, we will work a slip stitch. So you're going to insert your hook, then you will yarn over and pull it through, and then you continue on and pull it right through the other loop on your hook. And then again, in the next stitch, single crochet, and a little bit faster this time, chain 3, slip stitch into the very first chain we made in the back bar, and work that across. So by working the chain 3 slip stitch, it's making these cute little picots for our borders. They look like little triangles, they're pointy, super easy to do. I will meet you at the end of this row and I'll show you how I work the corner so that you can work the complete Picot stitch border for your dishcloths or your blankets or really anything. It looks really neat when you put it on to the border of like a bikini top or the edging of a crop top. So super versatile edging. I will meet you at the end here and show you how to finish off the corners. Here I am coming up to a corner here, so I'll work a Picot. So normally when I'd work a border, and this is just personal preference, I would normally, so I'll do my single crochet, and I'm going to do another single crochet because it's 2. So normally when you work a border, you'd end up putting multiple stitches in the corner stitch because it creates like a curved edge and doesn't buckle your work. But for the Picot stitch, I don't really like to do that. So I don't actually do anything special in the corners. I just continue working this around. So I've worked 2 single crochets. I'm just going to work a Picot here. I find the little textured triangle kind of eliminates the need for doing extra stitches. I don't know. I'll show you the end piece so you can really see. So I've worked the corner stitch and I'm just going to continue working onto my next row. So 1, 2, I opted out of doing a row of single crochets first So when I worked this row, there was stitches to actually work into, but the sides of my work are just the ends of rows. So when I'm working them, I'm just going to try to space them out as even as I can across because I know there's not stitches to work into. Alternatively, you could work a row of single crochets around your entire piece before you work the picot stitch, and then the sides of your work aren't rough edges and you actually have somewhere to work it into. So again, just a personal preference. And that's how you work the picot stitch. So I'm going to work the picot border all the way around this dishcloth, and I'll meet you at the end and I'll show you how to finish it off. It is super easy. We're just going to end up working a slip stitch into the very first single crochet that we did, but I will meet you there and show you so that I'm not leaving you guessing of how to finish off a project with a border. So I'm coming up to the end here. That's the first 2 single crochets I worked. I'm going to try to work one more picot because if you don't, it'll be a little bit uneven. So I'm going to do a single crochet here after this picot that I've done. And then I'm going to do 1 picot in this last stitch here. So single crochet, I'm going to do the picot, slip stitch into that 3rd one. And then there is 2 single crochets following that. So into this first one, I'm just going to work a slip stitch to finish it off. And once that's done, you can just snip your yarn like this. And you finish the picot border. You're just going to grab your yarn needle now and weave in all your ends. And once that's done, you have this beautiful textured border that just uses chains and single crochets and slip stitches. Works up so quick. The results are beautiful. And I hope this tutorial helped you guys figure it out.